It is beginning. Ah, there we go. Let me know when you're in, because I want to test out the thing. I'm gonna send a little thing, and it should play in the broadcast. You need to sign in again. It's alright, take your time. While you're doing that, I'm gonna do my introduction. Hello, welcome to the Ace Attorney stream. I actually tried to do a different stream yesterday, but I was having some issues. But it should be worked out within, like, the next day or two. I'll speak more about that when I actually do that stream, but for right now, we're doing Ace Attorney. Do you remember what happened in the last episode? They're investigating the murder. Apparently, Bruce Goodman was murdered not only in the frickin' prosecutor's office, but the police station as well. And they think that not only Lana Skye did it, but also Mike Meekins did it? Which just doesn't make sense. There's something sticky afoot in this whole thing. Are you in now? No, it's because I want to play the little thing and I want to see if it pops up. Are you ready? Did it do it? No? Should have done it. Wait a minute. Oh, duh. Because I'm not freaking listening to the thing. But you can hear me in the stream, right? The little dog. I did a little alert for the Actually, let me see something. I want to see if it works if you do this. I don't think I can do it. Oh, wait, there it is. I said something, but it's not really working. But maybe that's, it'll pop up at some point. It doesn't matter for right now. Anyways, let's continue with the game. So, do you remember, shit, what is his name again? Damon Gant. I'm pretty sure that's still a reference to something, I just can't think of it. Does it sound like anything to you? Edgeworth. Is Edgeworth gonna be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they've got no end of trouble with the boy since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake? It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you've got someone else found guilty in that case, right? Right, Al? Von Karma. A legend he was, undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of a turmoil, you might say. Why, they just... I think he's, I'm pretty sure he's not playing the doting old man. I'm pretty sure all this shit he's doing is just an act to get on people's nerves. Why, they'd do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what the inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy.
I looked up. Other way. Turn off the only other way.
Damon Gant, Demon Gent. That's not really a pun, though. It's like, oh, if you freaking change two letters, Demon Gant, if you change the A's to E's, it's Demon Gent, but that's kind of dumb. I mean, it's not even clever wordplay. It's just like, ooh, change a letter. What?
His surname Gant is also noted as a reference to the French word for glove.
Is he wearing gloves?
As he often wears black gloves.
Oh. Well, stop looking at that, because that's spoilers.
How is that spoilers? You have to
I mean, like, you could find potential spoilers in there. But yeah, now depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? Yep, there it is. It's downright odd, I tell you, that detective getting killed on their turf too, I mean. There being the prosecutors, I assume. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Wright-O, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive. I can't talk about it. I wasn't expecting much anyway. I wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know... It's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives trapped shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier. Huh? You saw that? Whoops. I wonder what it was he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can get, kind of discreetly ask him. Oh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What, you kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. What is this? Date lost. 2/21. Bruce Goodman. ID 5/9, but then he scratched out the 9. It kind of looks like, because if you look at it a little bit, It looks like they try to do a 7 and a 4. If you look at it a little closer, because you can see the this is 5. I think that's just because it's they never put the year in these games. Babe, it's to make the games timeless. But also it's because the whole paper is kind of like that. Because you see there's a smudge underneath the goo of Goodman. But anyways, it might be something. What is his ID number again? 5. That's not right. He got his own ID number wrong? Because it's not... It's 5, yeah, but it's not 9, 4, or 7. It's 8. The next number. Or what if it was someone trying to do something fishy? What are these guys doing now? Look, that I don't think so. Look, that patrolman is saluting that other guy. He must be a detective. Answer me. How many fingers do you see? I'm sorry, I don't know. Well, that's 20 for the left, but nowhere near for the right. What? Get glasses, officer. That wasn't a salute. It was an eye test. Oh my god. They make a good pair. Oh, these two guys.
Get it? Good pair.
Yeah.
Pair of glasses.
There's still no one here? Oh. Let me do this again. What? Yeah, these sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. I'm not sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. Ugh. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. Looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A punchy? A paunchy? A poncho! A paunchy... Poachy? A poochie? Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho! But I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being.
That was funny.
How the hell? Investigating the scene of the crime. It looks like there's a video feed from the evidence here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says, recording. I bet we could use this computer to check out who went in and out of here. Back here? Oh, wait. I just thought of something. Oh, Edgeworth's office. Well, this place is classy today as it was yesterday, and I'm sure it'll be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess we still have to come back. I guess we'll have to come back. Let me see. Because now that we got the spray, I'm curious if it activates anything. No blood here. Well, yes, I know he's innocent. Wait, let me show her. Office? I was gonna do that when we go back. Let me see this. Nope. Look, a door. This must mean something. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. I fail to see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? It's a locked door. Here, a phone. Let's see if it works. Hey, don't touch it. We don't need... Yeah, it's dead. We already investigated that before. Step ladder. That's a step ladder. What's the difference in scientific terms, please? Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of the thing, Mr. Wright. This all seems horribly familiar somehow. Like the last ladder we saw. This is where we found that note. 221 SL-9, the SL-9 incident. A case that was due for transferal the day of the murder. And the detective in charge of the case was the victim. I wonder what kind of case the SL-9 incident was. It's kind of hard to guess just knowing the case number. Any new... Nope. It was a murder, but no one's wanting to cough anything up. I don't think there's anything here. Maybe this? Nope. Where should we begin? Any ideas? Nothing really. Just kind of recapping stuff. Okay, let's check the guard station. No. Nothing like that here. No. Nothing on the cactus or the hat either. Let me see. 'Cause, Oh, I need to talk to Gant again? I thought we were done talking to him about everything. Oh, permission to enter. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you for a favor. One never thought the day when would come when Wright would ask me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Now, Wright-o. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate it after all. Wright-o, please, do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50, I'd give them $50 no problem. So go ahead, investigate the room to your heart's content, knock yourself out. They're not swirlies, but they're like 3 green circles. It just goes to show you, you never know until you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Huh? Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir, it's an honor. You just run along now and do your best now. Later, folks. He's gone. It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir, because, sir, we get to go into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Stop doing that. Damn you, lady. Wait, what? We got the ID, but... Oh, I have to examine the door again? Fucking weird. The evidence room is beyond that door. Because I thought someone would show up. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha! The card reader is turned off, see? What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, well, what's made my Bambina's sky so gray? Officer Marshall! Why does it have to be him? What's that? Why does it have to be him? Look for. As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest? That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. Crime scene's awaiting. Yeah! Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if you could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. But you know what? The steak lunch. That smell. Reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Star. What's this? What's wrong? A fillet steak lunch. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. Alright, Bambina. You win. Ask anything. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good partners. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. That poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and keep calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this, but since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, I might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you see. So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. No, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kind of like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know. I've been kind of turning around on broccoli recently. It's pretty good when made the right way. Like cold broccoli is fine. I love cold broccoli. Steamed broccoli though, that's the one I'm trying to turn around on. It can be good when made right, but when it's bad, it's bad. Mr. Starr told us something. Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of crime. That's all gone now. Like a drinking hole in a prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL-9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 years ago. 2 days ago. The day of our case! That's right. The evidence transfers. Edgeworth was talking about the transfers too. I know what maybe 2 of those machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, new machines well. I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. Yeah, I do not like cauliflower at all. So I 100% get where he's coming from. The easiest ones to understand here are these here security cameras. Those are the ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman are on one of those tapes. I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Thus the card reader by the door. The card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. What the hell? So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on the record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's a way I can prove that the record is tied to the stabbing. 100% it is. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? Actually, hold the fuck on. No matter what, the record should be fucking tied to the case, no matter what, because he literally had to sign in using his card. So even if it was like, oh, the rest of these are inconsequential, just the fact that he got in there proves that we should have this as evidence no matter what this fucker says. Sorry, but could you explain this whole transferal thing is about? We only keep evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal's like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And what happened? And that happened to SL-9 2 days ago. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot. The number on it is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. Look at the 4th number. It's a perfect match. It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. So when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room. But wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID badge. So he asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card? What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you the ID card record. I got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people here with IDs. Lucky 7 at 4:20 p.m. 8730579 at 4:40. Well, only Bruce Goodman has a name next to his, but I think that's because we, got it that it was Bruce Goodman. But 4989596 came in at 4:50, and then again at the same time as Bruce Goodman. I think that's Meekins. But why would he be showing up earlier? Unless he went to go get something for someone. Let's... Before we go into the evidence room, I do want to ask around and see what people say to the list. Nope, she doesn't respond to it. She is a former police officer, so I get it. Meekins. He has to have one. Officer Meekins, can you take a look at this? What? He should have one. What the fuck is this? And Gant isn't here anymore. Wait. Brain blast. Show it to him, and he should say if he has the sheriff back in the Wild West didn't match much faith in evidence. About the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand. This is neither Wild nor West here. Ah, but that and this are two entirely different things. I guess so? Huh? I'm lost. Looks like we need some more evidence to get anywhere with this guy. So he's just not gonna show us his ID badge? The fuck? Then what was the point of giving us the list if no one's gonna talk? Okay, whatever, let's just keep going then. It's quiet. The investigation must be over here. So this is the evidence room? It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Ah! Gumshoes. Whoa! Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So is it true what I heard? Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50, I'd give them $50 no problem. So go ahead. Let's take it the room to your heart's desire. Knock yourself out. Yeah, it's true. So Chief of Police Gant will loan anyone $50, even me? Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation for today. Just for today? Boss for a day. But guess what? You got permission from the chief. So now you're boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. Evidence room floor plans? Ooh. Okay, so the little bit right here is where we're at now. So it's just an L-shaped room? Huh. Doesn't seem like much. I thought it'd be much bigger. Those damn budget cuts. Let's see if he responds to the ID record. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors. So it was Goodman who... whoa! What is it? The second number. It's not your ID number, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth! What? The second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? What? Why would Edgeworth have come to the evidence room? Nope, not that. He came here at 4:40? Oh. What do you have been here for? And how do you know his number by heart? So, Detective Gumshoes, you're boss for the day? That's right, it's an honor. After all, the murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? They're using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation again. I'm adamant, though. I'm gonna take control and put this case to rest. In my own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Haha, of course. I am a detective after all. They gave me a locker that I can only open, pal. Only you can open? Let me examine the stuff in here. That's a target. Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. It looks like a car door with a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Yeah, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. What is this? A fishing rod? Oh my god. Wait a minute. Did he give us his secret weapons from the evidence room? Because that's the fishing rod and the metal detector that we could use for the last case. Yes, that's a car door. They just mentioned it. Yeah, did you not listen to what I was saying? They literally, Emma literally was saying, "Oh, there's a pair of handcuffs attached to it." Oh, babe. But anyways, the only thing I don't know what is this little remote control thing right here. What does that look like? Kind of looks like a radio, doesn't it? Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What sorry-looking fishing pole that is. Ah, that's my personal pole. I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. Right, pal, that's the metal detector. The one that led to solving of the case out of Gourd Lake, remember? Oh, right. Wow, that feels like it was ages ago. And I don't think I've seen this one before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it will come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. That cheap-looking box? You can't judge a person or their machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart. It's to find bugs in a room. Yes, not a literal bug. There's a piece of paper sticking out of this locker. There's something sticking out of here. Looks like a shirt. It must be evidence for some case. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe put this here. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. I'm not responsible for the evidence here. That said, I bet that evidence locker was open recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like there, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. The guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot too. I bet he doesn't tuck in his shirt either under that trench coat either. If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Let's talk to him more about some stuff. Edgeworth. I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the Inquiry Commission right now? They're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. No, I actually have to say Edgeworth fucked up. It's because he ignored Meekin's shit went bad. So he has literally no one to blame but himself for that one. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. The SL-9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Maybe he can get to tell me more about the case. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. Why, I'm on my third card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint. Exactly, pal. The lock for each lock is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest model. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the side, on the other side of the handles is a sensor. If the wrong person touches it, and if the wrong person touches it, zap, you get a shock. If that's what happened, my hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. Let's ask him about the locks. Oh, I have to present it. You can't open the lockers if your fingerprint doesn't match. If you can open it, they'll give you 50 cents. Note, the police department lacks faith in its lock system. After all, Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. But at the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office. Hey. Wait a minute. This locker was open. What's this, blood? It's a little worn, but there's definitely a handprint here. Looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other blood stains left in the room? We should use her testing fluid to check it out. There's paint here, too. And a saw? What? What is a saw and paint doing here? Since the dawn of time, true art has always been a war against depression. True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here. Oh my god, he made his fucking little mascot here. Perhaps we were witnessing the birthplace of the Blue Badger? Fucking... Why? Why would you do it here? Well, you might say this is my studio. Dude. Here? In the evidence room? Let's check out more of the evidence before we use the luminol. Look, this one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit. That locker is coated with Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Detective Goodman's locker? Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like this? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we close it. It's empty. They must have taken the contents elsewhere. A glove? Someone left a glove here. SL-911, but only one. Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. There's evidence from the... That's evidence from the case, you know. You mean SL-9? It doesn't have a tag on it. Extremely thin. Wait a minute. She was wearing gloves too, but they're darker in this. Maybe it's related?
Gray.
Well, it's a black and white picture, so it wouldn't show what the actual color is. Just investigate the tag. The tag says SL-911. I guess this is another evidence, another piece of evidence from that case. You know, I never did care for the word tag. It's confusing. Huh? What's so confusing about that? Do you know how many other words sound like that? Bag, gag, nag, lag, zag. Zag. Is that a word? Do you challenge me? What are you are we playing a word game now? It is a little weird. What are these shards? Wow, someone must have broken something big to make all these pieces. Detective Gumshoe, perhaps? There you go, pal. Make me out to be some kind of hooligan. That's apparently from the case. The case? The SL-9 incident, pal. See the sticker on one of the pieces here? Another piece of SL-9 evidence. I wonder what shape these pieces were in before whatever it was broke. You want to try to put it back together? Ha, good luck, pal. That's no job for amateurs. Why, I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like at the bottom. Let's try putting the rest on. Ooh, we can actually put it together. Looks like we have to put it in order, though. Let me see. Nope. Nope. Ah, there we go. No, not like that. This one's a little tough. Maybe, like, nope. Because it's so wide. Pretty sure that's this way is the top part of it. Not like that. Ah. There we go. What the hell is this thing looking like? What the fuck? A vase? I mean, I knew it was a vase, but that's a weird looking vase. Huh? Well, I think we did it. But some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem was finishing it. Were some pieces stolen? I believe they were missing to begin with. Still, doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I kind of understand how it got broken.
Is that blood on it?
Blood or paint? Let's look at it in the evidence. Oh. This thing doesn't have a bottom. That's weird. I wonder which side is up. There, yeah. What's the purpose of a bottomless jar? At least it doesn't collect dust inside, right? That's weird, right? I ain't never seen something looking like this, though. Do you think this is another piece of the handle, or do you think that's a... What do you... Huh? They're hard to make out, but there's some dark red stains here. Looks like blood. You think Detective Goodman's blood somehow got on this when he was stabbed? Not likely. This blood looks like it's been on here for months, maybe longer. This jar was evidence in the SL-9 incident. That might be when the blood got on it. Alright. Now, let's use the luminol. Ah, so the freaking handprint is blood. There's blood there. I knew it. This is someone's right handprint. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker... It's mine. It's yours. Please. You have to help me when they come to take me away. Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that, you'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. I'm counting down on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? But you're a detective. Oh, gumshoe. The blood here. This must have been one of the massive pools of blood. I've never seen anything like it. I'm not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman was actually an alien? This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. I'll make a note of it on the floor plans. Hey, if you don't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. So someone did got here. So it wasn't like a dummy thing. Someone did get stabbed. And that's a lot of blood, so I can buy the whole, you know, someone died here thing they were going on about. Oh! And this one... Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the murderer to touch the spot if he fled out the door. This just might be something significant. Hey, that's some pretty amazing stuff you got there, pal. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow $50 from the chief. Where do you get this, Emma? I always buy it by mail order. Well, I'd better jot this down on the floor plans. Oh. I mean, I can. Nope. I'm doing that now. What the hell? Nope, no one touched Gumshoe stuff. Floor plans. Yep. Marked there, and there. The shards again. You put these pieces together, it makes a jar. There are two things that bother me. One, why are some of the pieces missing? Two, doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. I'll be sure to remember the next time I make a jar. Pottery? It's very messy from what I've seen. I mean, we can try it out if you want. It'd just be, like I said, be messy. Yeah. Okay, let's see, showing the floor plans. Allow me to, what else do I have to do? Or are we done talking to him? Okay. So, I guess we just get out of here. Let's see... Is he back yet? No? Oh, I have to show him one other thing? You can see why these games sort of also took me a long time to beat. I have to show him the note. Detective Goodman's note and that switchblade knife. I bet Edgeworth has the most... Oh, because to ask him about the SL-9 incident. Because of the SL-9 connection? That was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. That was the first time the world knew Edgeworth was a man to be feared. Well, why would the evidence from that case turn up now? I guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on that case. Tell us! Now that was a bloody violent case. Violent? So it was a murder. A serial killing? A serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. But the killer made a mistake and Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. And this was 2 years ago? That put Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight and started the rumor mill. Rumors? About forged evidence. It was supposed to be all cleaned up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. Huh? What do you mean? Detective Goodman was a detective in charge of the SL-9 incident, you see? So, the switchblade knife, the victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Hey, pal, look at the time. Was there something you needed to be going to? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm gonna give them my report for the... What the fuck is that? Is that a chef? A pastry chef. I'm gonna give them my report for the day. No. It's a flamboyant-looking strong man. It might help, Report? You mean the note written on the back of the flyer? The one that says nothing but no problems? Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I believe in him. Who needs enemies when you got friends like Detective Gumshoe? Who needs enemies when you got friends like Detective Gumshoe? I'm off, pal. Later. I should probably see what Edgeworth has to say, too. Damn. As much as I'd like to keep going, we'll end when the investigation is over, and basically once the trial starts, we stop there, okay? I hate how we have to go through these hoops just to get to one place. You! Ah, guests, my apologies. Oh, it's you! Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave. So long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, teacup in his hand. Why is the bellboy here? Right. He has the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's office inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Was it helpful? Apparently, a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, excuse me. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. So, how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are some who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. Are you okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the presiding prosecuting attorney. However, something happened? They gave me control of the investigation over the police department. The police department? Yes. Any further investigation for this case will be controlled by the police, by the chief of police Gant. I can't do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why? I ask you, why? All along, I've done only what I believed is right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. But still. Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. Let's show him some of the evidence. The ID record? Oh, right. I better check this now. As I was saying, What's this? A record of ID cards usage? Edward, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, nonetheless. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edward? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go. By Chief Gant, no less. The chief of police. He wanted evidence for a case that wrapped up half a year ago. He told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filled. The chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I see what kind of case? Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. Now I'm curious about this other case. I better make a note of it. AI-16? Stubborn as always. I told you this has nothing to do with the current case. Yeah, that's an I. I thought it was an L, but it's an I. The tag says AI-16. What's this got to do with anything? Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edward said. That makes it all seem more suspicious. Who knows? This might turn out to be the clue that breaks the case. Wouldn't that be nice? A screwdriver? There's nothing really on it. The rubber glove. Anything to say this? Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. You don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. I'll pass on the tea. Just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edwards just told you no in a very polite manner. Whose side are you on anyways? You gotta just show him my best evidence I can get some reaction out of him. You want me to let him in? Sorry, the cat's meowing at the door. I know you. You probably hold some sort of information already, right? It all has to do with that case you were on, the SL-9 incident. And some dark suspicion you were wrapped up in? You are the man who revived the worst memory of my life. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. You must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth. Why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. The SL-9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. The head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in the case 2 years ago then too? He was a top officer, and it was my first time working with him. I was nervous. Wow, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? What I want to know is why I was a deputy chief of police on the investigation. In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. You were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict, and the killer was executed. Wait, you didn't? Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code, and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Emma, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? If you were still studying forensic science, Huh? Yeah, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Luminol testing fluid? Well then, you might have use for this then. Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints? It's been chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? We are the enemy, you know. I've no say in today's investigation. Do as you will. Edgeworth. I'm really... No need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I do seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. Oh, she's gone. I wonder. Oh. I can't use them as an item? Oh, he's gone too. Our investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. A finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose the finger that will have left behind the clearest print. I really can't tell the difference at a glance. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. Should I choose the thumb or the index? The index? Okay, now sign a check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. I was starting to get that sparkle in our eyes. First, we sprinkle the aluminum powder. Huh? How do you do that? With the X button, see? Ah, looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is well spread, just blow away the excess, huh? How do you do that? With the triangle button. Exciting, I know. Imagine you're blowing out the candles on a birthday cake. I remember for the DS version, and I think the phone version too, you literally had to blow into the thing for the powder to blow away. Wow, that looks fun. Might take some getting used to though. It's fine. I won't get it won't go up your nose or anything. Just pour the powder on thick and blow away the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. So better give it a try. Ooh. Ah, you did it. You found one. But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention it, guess it doesn't. What does it mean? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this handprint must have worn gloves. Don't tell me we've been wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker closely again. It seems like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. Right here. Dust, 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 dust. Ooh! There we go. There. A print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling. Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet? This is quite a process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint and not knowing who the owner is, right? I guess she's right. Look at the fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth, and point out the person you think left the prints. Huh? How am I supposed to know who it is? I could make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. So whose fingerprint would most likely find on this evidence locker? Gumshoe. Because it's his locker. Aha! So the prints belong to Detective Gumshoe. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You gave me this so what look. I guess that's probably because I was thinking so what. Okay, so we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. You gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there was one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. It was here. This is where we found the luminol reaction, right? Right. There was a handprint here. Okay. Want to try using this? There goes that sparkle in our eyes. Okay, let's check for prints. That's spirit. Oh, but I warn you. I have to warn you about something first. What? The area with the blood was wiped away, right? We only ended up finding it because of chemical means. Any prints in that area will likely have been wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints. Would you say the probability or hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find the prints that weren't wiped away. The prints that were... Prints other than the ones left by the bloody hand? Okay. There we go. Jake Marshall. Why was he in here? Hey, these fingerprints, whose are they? Whose are they? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Hold on. Found a bloody handprint left on the room. The print has been wiped away. So it was his? That's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in the crime. Emma. This is decidedly different from the Detective Gumshoe's prints. The luminol reaction. The blood and the fingerprints are in the same place. Oh. Oh! So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints on a wiped blood stain. But why would Officer Marshall... It looks like our investigation is finally turning some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence. I don't believe it. To be continued. Damn. Okay, so this is going to be the end of the stream because that took a little bit. But what do you think of this investigate? Oh. We just won't continue on with the screen, but that'll be for next time. Hold on, let me do this. Go to the title screen. So what did you think of the episode? It was a little long in the beginning, but the end was where things got really interesting. So this whole thing is about a serial killer. Handprint. You think maybe he was the one snooping around? To get information on SL-9, maybe? So he probably wants it solved more than anyone. But do you think he had something to do with the murder? Because I don't remember how this case goes exactly, but he is involved somehow. I just can't remember how. No, I don't think he... I think he was telling the truth that he and Angel Star are still investigating the case because it's obviously not over. But remember what they said. They closed the case, but they didn't get decisive evidence. And then that jar was weird. It's a jar, but it doesn't feel like one. Probably. Anyways, that's the end of the stream. Thank you all for coming to the stream. Thank you to beautiful Naravar, Moon and Stars for always being here. And for the cats to be roaming around as always. We'll probably do either another episode of this or do this special stream that I've been trying to do for a little while now. But that'll depend on how fucking the stream decides to go, because when I tried to test out doing it the other day, it did not cooperate at all. But anyways, thank you all for coming to the stream, and goodbye.